What is up, friends? Welcome to Thursday Night Live. I'm still Stopher Cavins, psychic medium. All right, how's everybody doing tonight? I'm just, I'm looking for my banners. We're going to get into it pretty quickly tonight because last week I was happy to be on here for 2 hours, but it was a lot. So it might not be 2 hours tonight, but I want to help as many people as I can. And I see there's already some beautiful folks in the house. So I want to say hi to we got Kiko, nice rooster. I think that's a rooster. My daughter's giving me all the information about chickens. She is now a chicken mom. And Sub, can't wait for the live. You are here. Big love from Vancouver. Welcome. Then we have my friend. Hi, it's Alicia. I believe you're from Indiana, like I am, listening from your truck as your son, you get your son from work. DQ, I love DQ. I grew up in the Midwest, obviously, so a lot of Dairy Queens. Here in California, they are far and few between, and a lot of them shut down. So had to travel. I think I have to go to Orange County for DQ. Anyway, thank you for being here. All right, what is up, Liz Reeves? We got Hannah's here. Mary from this San Francisco Bay Area. All the friends, thank you all for being here. All right, so we are going to do some questions tonight. As always, get your questions in. You can put them in the chat. There's 2 ways to get readings. These are all free, by the way. You can come onto the live. There is a pinned comment with the StreamYard link. If you click that, you will not automatically pop up on the screen. So don't be afraid. You'll kind of go into a green room or a backstage area. I will see you, and then I will bring you on as soon as I'm ready to bring you on. I usually give a little bit of a notice. I'll say, hey, so-and-so, are you ready? And then you'll be on. So that's a way to pretty much ensure yourself a reading tonight, because I do give preference to those that are waiting on the StreamYard. I don't do mediumship in the chat. So if you do have somebody you're hoping to connect with, please come on to the live. Also, if you're not comfortable being showing your face or having your camera on, that's fine too. We can just do audio, but the audio is necessary. And then the other way of getting readings, the psychic questions, the predictions, that type of thing, please put those in the chat, all caps, like it says on the screen. Add those emojis so it's nice and colorful, because I'm trying to do like 18 different things. Plus I got all the energy I'm connecting with. So I'll do my best to put a little star by those so that they go into a pool that I can easily bring up and then answer as I get to them. There's no particular order. Of course, I'm just as I'm called. So even if you get yours in first, it may or may not be answered first. And I try to get to as many of them as possible. All right. So if you are called to do if you feel the absolute burning desire to do some sort of donation, that's fine. It is not required. My PayPal is linked somewhere in my YouTube, so you can find that. Also, I know there's super chats and stickers and different things you can do. Like I say, that's super appreciated. All those donations are actually donated to Gary Sinise Foundation. I finally got my real ID, so I'm going to be opening my business account finally. We will get those in by next week. I will have receipts. I think I've got probably like $400 kind of in the hopper, so to speak. So we'll have a nice donation for the Gary Sinise Foundation. And that is, if you don't know what that is, I recently discovered it when I was looking for different foundations and charities to donate to, and in a nutshell, basically it's helping military families. All right, last week was super emotional. Yeah, I felt that too. Maybe that's why I was on a little bit longer. I'm always happy to do that, but yeah, some nights are emotional, some nights are fun, some nights are fun and emotional. All right, so that's that with the donations. Like I say, not necessary because, and I don't keep any donations. I have an understanding with Spirit that this is my night to give back and do things for free. So if I were to put that in any of those monies in my pocket, that would not be free, right? All right. What else? I'm not a doctor, not a lawyer, not a licensed real estate agent anymore. I'm not a therapist. So I will read on different things such as health and wellness. If you have real estate questions, should I move? Should I not move? Will this happen? Um, Legal, how's my case going to go? I will read on those things. It is just my objective opinion of your energy without any context, without knowing who you are. Just as I connect to you, it's my opinion of the energy. It is not professional advice. So if you need more than just an opinion, please consult with your legal team, your police officers, your doctors, and all the people, all the licensed people. What else do I need to tell you? Oh, so what I do here on Thursday evenings is just a little snippet of what I do in my private sessions. I tend to go a lot deeper. There's a lot more information that comes through. It's private, so I'm focused on one particular energy when you're sitting in front of me. I do them by phone. I do them by Zoom. And you can find them on my website, stophercavins.com. I've got 30-minute sessions, 45-minute sessions, 50-minute sessions, psychic, where I'm giving you information about your journey, what's going on with you, predictions, all the good stuff, things you need to know. And I also do mediumship, of course, which is where I'm connecting you with loved ones in spirit, bringing through their essence, their energy, giving you evidence that they're still participating with you, any messages, things that were left unsaid. We get into all that. So you can find those. And I've got sessions available as early as I think Sunday. Anyway, so you can get those for yourself, private sessions. And if you don't have time to sit for a session or it's just not your thing, you're not comfortable with it, I also have the e-readings, which is super cost effective. And you just pop on my website, stophercavins.com. You fill out a little questionnaire. It's 4 questions. And then within 3 days, I will send you a recorded reading where I'm tapping into your energy and specifically those questions and everything around it. It's pretty cool. A lot of people do those. A lot of people get several of those. So just because it's easy. All right. Ness, thank you for being here. Thank you for all the nice things you always say about me. And thank you, moderators, for being here and all the things you do. I appreciate you. All right. Oh, also, we're about to get started, I promise. There are some courses coming up. So I also do development courses. I've got a beginner class starting on March 5th. So it's like, what, 2 weeks away? Starts on a Tuesday night. It goes 4 weeks. So 4 Tuesdays in a row, 5:30 p.m. Pacific time to 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, each of those 4 nights. It's perfect for anybody that just kind of wants to explore opening up their intuitive abilities, learning. You can find more information at stophercavins.com. Go to the education tab, and there's bullet points of all the things we'll be going over, plus much, much more. And then the following night on March 6th starts the 4-week intermediate advanced class. So if you've already got a little bit of experience, you want to take it to the next level, that's the class for you as well. I have seats. There are seats available. We need them filled. So go register. Go get more information, stophercavins.com, education tab. Do it. If you have not subscribed, please do that, like right now. And if you've not liked the live, please do that as well. We've got like 45 folks in here, so there should be 45 thumbs up. Lola, thank you for being here. All right, my husband's here. Everybody say hi. How cute. How cute. And I'm representing his company, SunLogix. Cool. Let's get into it. Let me just real quick see if there's any questions that came in. I've got a few, starring them, and then we've got a few people coming on live. Let's see. So Cindy says, if I had one beginner class, should I take another or move to intermediate? I'm certainly not advanced. You know, let me just kind of feel into your energy real quick, Cindy. Did you take it with me? I think I remember you. You know, I feel like, my beginner classes, I still think they're challenging for some people. I mean, I we wade into the waters. I don't just throw you in, but yeah, probably another beginner class. But it's totally up to you. I think you'd be fine with both. I think you'd be. I'm not saying take both, but one or the other. I'm thinking beginner. All right, the questions coming in. I'm just going through starring these. Okay, you were in one of the first ones I did with Kevin. Yeah, and that was a while ago too. So I would suggest a beginner, but whichever you're comfortable with. All right. Charles Coffee, thank you for being here. Let's see. Try to do the 3 questions. Actually, 4 questions. Brenda, it wouldn't accept my debit Visa card. If you ever have any trouble, you can also message me through my website or email me directly. I can always do a direct link and just have you email me the questions. I've done that before for people as well. So if anybody ever has any trouble with my website, doesn't take payment, whatever the case is, I can send you direct links and we can get it done so that you can pay and then ask the questions or get your session set up. Let's do this. Let's do it. We're going to bring on Laura. Laura, are you ready? All right.
I'm ready. I can't see you right at the moment. I lost.
You can't see me.
Can you take someone else first and then take me, as much as I would love the reading with you?
Yeah, I can remove you, and then I don't have anybody else waiting right now. I'm sure somebody will pop on, but I'll go into the comments.
Can I do it just with audio? I can't see you at the moment, but if you can see me,
Okay.
that's fine.
We can see you. You look great.
You're very sweet.
All right, and thank you for being here. All right, how can I help you tonight, Laura?
I have some questions about my son. I have a son his name is Ben. He's graduating college, hopefully this spring. I'm wondering if you feel him finding a job, and if so, if you have any sense of when he might find it, or where it would be, and if he'll be happy with it.
Yeah, hold on just a moment. Let me see what Ben's got going on.
Thank you.
All right. Here's what I get. I do think he's going into somewhat of a competitive field. So, and I know that there's that going on. I think he'll be fine. Here's what I'm getting. Is it also a tech field?
Is it a tech field? No.
I see something like very, very hands-on, but it feels a little techy to me. What is he going into?
Looking for investment banking, something with finance. My other child is the techie one.
Okay. I still feel with Ben, there's something that's a little bit tech related. So perhaps there's a company that's kind of on the horizon for him that has some tech in kind of their portfolio. So I would just have him watch out for that. I think he's going to need some of those tools. I want to say also there is either an opportunity that was offered through his school or something connected to his school. I don't know if this didn't work out. Did this not work out?
I don't know anything about that yet.
Okay. It's I feel like that is not going to come to fruition, but I almost feel like he's still hoping that is a thing. But I'm not sensing anything connected to where he got his education, right? Here's what I think. I'm just getting that it might be a little bit of a longer timeline for Ben. So I'm not sure if he's prepared to take something that's maybe not in his field until he finds something. Do you know?
He's not really. He might go to graduate school for a year.
I almost think that's kind of the route he's going to go. And I think for some reason, I'm not sure if it's through some type of school where he's going to get the money he needs to kind of live. Because I know I have friends that will go to school and they'll be on grants and stuff, and then that kind of pays their living expenses. Mm-hmm. I almost feel like that's something like that. I don't know that I see him kind of diving into the investment banking world. And maybe that's why I'm also picking up more of a tech thing. He might be picking up some more education and skills that fits into that as well.
Yeah, he's not a hugely tech kid, but you don't feel him working anytime soon. You feel
I think if he does, it's something where it's not quite in the field that he's hoping to go into or jump into. I feel like there's some steps to get him there. And the graduate school for a year, actually that timeline kind of fits because I was seeing him bouncing into other things for about a year
okay.
before he finds that thing that's like gets him on the path he thinks he should be on.
Okay.
I think
He'll find his way eventually, though.
yeah, I think he'll be fine, but he's there's some ebbs and flows, but I actually like the grad school thing because that timeline fits as well as what I'm feeling.
Okay, I like it too. He doesn't so much yet.
He'll fall. I have here's my prediction. He'll kind of, as much as maybe that's not what he hopes, it's going to be the path of least resistance that's shown to him.
Okay.
And so you'll be happy, and I think he'll be happy once he gets in there.
Okay. Can I ask you another quick question, not related to him, or
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, just a quick question. My husband and I are building a house and moving, and just wondering if there was a recent glitch with something there, and I'm wondering if overall that feels like a positive move.
Are we kind of getting out of the city or suburbs a little bit? Do you understand that? Getting away from like city or suburbs?
We're very suburb right now, and we're moving to an area that's probably more congested.
Okay. Here's what I'm getting is there's like, I don't know if there's issues with, why am I being brought to water?
It's down by the beach.
Okay. I think it's fine. Have you already secured insurance? I feel like there's something that I have to tell you about, like insurance changing, or there might be some little things that we need to understand just about how we have it insured. So just make sure you're kind of dotting the I's and crossing the T's with that. But other than that, I like the vibe of it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. The beach makes sense because I was feeling nature. But usually when I feel nature, I feel like I'm out in the woods, but beach, same thing. Yeah, I like this for you. And
Okay.
I don't sense any more hiccups other than I think there's something more to understand about the insurance or
The insurance. Okay, I'll be careful with
and
that.
I'm not saying like change it if you already have it in place, but just kind of maybe having a backup plan or just kind of seeing what else you need to know.
Okay. Okay,
All right,
awesome.
thanks for popping on.
Thank you very much.
All right, have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Bye, Laura. All right, before I bring on Faye, I'm going to just hop into the comments, see who's hanging out, and answer some questions. Soothing voice. Wow, thank you. I was actually looking today to see about like a mixer or like a new mic. But thank you. All right, so let's just get into it. All right, CH, thank you for being here. Will I be able to take remaining 6 classes and finish master's in a taxation program before the end of this year? Barely is what I'm getting. I actually feel like, I almost feel like the timeline puts you like right over, like almost into January, but you can kind of do it early for some reason. So yes, if you kind of kick ass at it, yeah, I get a yes for this. It's there for you. Once again, I don't think the future is written. It's all what we make of it. But there's a path. There's a definite path for you to do this, and I think your schedule will allow for it. All right, but to actually finish that last class, it just feels to me like you might have to move something up. So it's like tight, but yeah. All right. Hey, 411 Flowers, thank you for being here. Should have retired this year or in 2025. I'm also getting a longer timeline with you, 2025. And specifically, I feel there is some financial benefit, like additional financial benefit to waiting. Like I almost feel like it's another cycle. It's not necessarily like 2025 is the mark. It's there's some kind of cycle that I think you'll understand that you hit. And then I think there's some kind of financial benefit or security that comes with it that just feels a little bit better. And I think you're going to find that. So I've got more energy towards you doing this later than sooner. Sherry Hiller. When do you see me meeting someone new in love for long-term stable relationship? I hear an owl outside. That's kind of cool. I mean, it could be anytime, of course, Sherry, but here's what I get. I think there's also a longer, you guys in your longer timelines tonight. I think there's a longer timeline. I almost get like, they're showing me like training. It's like getting back on the horse, right? So I think there's going to be what I'm getting is there's a likelihood of a period of maybe a year or a little bit over where you're just kind of getting back in the game. So can you understand kind of not being in the dating game or putting yourself out there kind of energy? So take it slow is what your energies are telling me. And I see that you kind of really get in this place of feeling comfortable being really vulnerable with someone, and then also accepting that energy from someone, a partner, and taking it to a higher level of commitment. So I see that probably a year, maybe closer to 2 years from now. It doesn't mean you're not kind of, dating and meeting people and opening your energy to people in the meantime. But as far as being in that place of leveling up and feeling comfortable with it, I've got a year and a half to 2 years. Okay. All right. When do you, is this Sherry again? Oh, yeah. Sorry. Star. Here we go. Laura, nice picture. Will I be getting a lucrative professional situation coming my way in the next few months? Yeah, I like it. And also keep whatever you're doing on the side. So I feel like there's either something you're thinking of or something you're actually doing, regardless of whether it's something you're doing on a big level or a tiny level. I do see, because what I see is here's what I'm getting is the professional thing might not be super lucrative at first. I do sense that there's so much possibility because I see you getting into a place that's got a lot of rungs on the ladder. So you can get there relatively quickly. And I'm basing this based on kind of what you bring to the table. So I think you can get into a position and then work up and get that lucrative kind of thing going on. But also if you have something going on the side or you've thought about it, keep that going. Don't give up on that. All right. Kasha, thank you for being here. Would it be successful pursuing entertainment, social media as a career? I'm on the fence about this. I'm not getting like a crash and burn. I'm not getting a like. So I think the short answer is yes here, but it's something I think starts very, very small and very personal, and then because what I'm getting is there's still some learning. Would you understand? This would be a new thing for you, something you really don't have a lot of experience, because what your energies are showing me is there's a big learning curve here. So if it's something you're thinking about, start now and just get on that journey now. I think it could take years, but I'm not seeing like a no. Okay, I just think it's a long journey, and what your level of what your understanding of success, that's relative. But I guess yeah, sure. I'll quit rambling. The short answer is yes. All right. Should I bring on Faye? Faye, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. I'm ready too. How are you tonight? Are you doing well? Faye, we can't hear you.
I am ready.
All right. There you are. How can I help you tonight?
Well, I was wondering if my husband and I are going to buy a house in the next few months, say from March to June, July. You were right. We did get outbid on one in the last week or so.
Yep. Let me ask you this, Faye. And no blame. I'm not placing blame, but your husband's a bit of an obstacle here for some reason. Is he the one that was maybe a little skeptical about bidding higher, or is he the more conservative one here when it comes to that?
Well, I think both of us are.
Okay, because here's what I'm getting. Once again, this is not like blame or, but I
No, no.
just I sense maybe I think he's ready, but I sense that there's still some work to do as far as getting him a little more like quick with the trigger. It's kind of what I'm saying. So this is a yes. I do think you will find something, but if there's any obstacle to this, I think it's just getting him like ready to go when it's time. When you see the thing, because I almost feel like he's a little second guessing or a little conservative with some of the decision making.
Okay.
All
Do you
right.
see do you see what it looks like, or, you know, any information on the house that you see us getting?
Are you hoping for something that either has bear with me here because I have to kind of explain what I'm feeling. It's almost like something that has like an additional, I'm going to say ADU. I don't think it's necessarily that, but like something that allows you to either make money or work from a certain area. Like you need like a workshop or you need like a specific place that helps you make money. Do either one of you work from home or do some kind of business?
We're both retired now.
Okay. Is there something where you need like a workshop, or I just feel like we need some like additional space. And I'm not talking about an extra bedroom. It seems like more than that.
We prefer a three-car garage is what is, and a rancher, bungalow type.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm being drawn more to the because I was going to say like outbuildings and that type of thing. So I
Hmm.
do think you find that. Was that also included in the last one? I'm also getting there are some opportunities that are similar to the last one. I don't think it was as unique as you think it was. I think there's another one coming up, is what I'm saying.
Okay. It was a bungalow, and that's kind of what we're after.
Yeah.
Everything's on one level.
Yeah, I see the one level, but I also see this like additional space that you need. So if it's a three-car garage or an outbuilding where you can, have a workshop or something like that, I think there's something in your
You had
area.
you had mentioned that we wanted a large fenced yard, and that's kind of what we're after. And so I'm
Okay.
just
Yeah. So once again, I like the energy around this. I think this is going to be figured out for you. You will
so
be presented with
so in the
something.
next few months then.
I actually think it's quicker. I think it's more on the. You actually have a closer timeline.
Oh, thank God, because we've been looking for 2 years.
Yeah, I don't think it's, it could be tomorrow, but I'm not saying it's tomorrow, but I think if you're giving me like 6 months versus 3 months, I think you're closer to 3 months.
And do you see it as a bungalow rancher style?
I see whatever the last one, what your energies are showing me is there's something about to come on the market that is very similar to what you were looking at or you got outbid on.
Oh, good to know.
Okay. So
Okay.
just look for something that has that vibe or kind of there's something like how you found it. There's a similarity that you'll notice. I think that's the one. So it's just also about not getting in your own way, stumbling in front of your own way. You know what I mean? So, and I'm not
Okay.
saying like give the farm away, but do what you got to do.
One last question. Do you see a river or a lake or trees behind us? Do you
I see the
see?
trees behind. I don't see any water,
Okay.
but they're showing me like a step grandparents' house from way back when and had trees. And it did have that large backyard with a fence. So something like that. It was like a fence, and then there was trees right behind it.
Okay.
Is
So,
that what you're hoping for? Is that what the
well,
last one had?
no, the one had trees. And when you said something might come up, so I was thinking, is it kind of in the same area? There was a river behind that
Okay.
one with trees. So I was just kind of trying to put us in the right direction of
When you
where
say
we were.
river, are we talking about a large river or is very, very like more like a creek?
Nope, large river.
I'm not getting that.
Okay. The last one had a large river behind it with lots of trees. So,
Yeah, but I like the very wooded area around it or behind it.
okay.
Yeah.
So,
Keep looking.
keep looking. Okay.
Yeah.
I really appreciate your time tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye, Faye. Good luck with
Bye.
everything.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Sending Faye and her husband the house hunting and house buying energy. Let's see. Steel? Samantha. Okay, I don't think that's a question. Are you maybe you're answering somebody else's. All right. Sylvie, thank you for being here. Do you see me getting into a relationship soon? Will I connect with an old connection or meet somebody new? I've got the old connection. So here's what I'm seeing, Sylvie. Definitely a lot of energy towards older connection. And I feel like when I say old, it's somebody from a decent, this is not like the last relationship you were in, well, unless it was years ago. But I feel like it's somebody from like the past, right? And I also sense that it's probably going to start off, it feels to me like it would be long distance. So I don't know that I think this person's already thinking about you or already reaching out, or you already have kind of kept a little bit of a contact, whether it's like social media, you know how you do that. But it feels to me like there might be a long distance where you're on the phone, you're on FaceTime, and then you see each other like very occasionally. So I do like it. I think it's a long journey as well, just because kind of figuring out the new, but I get much more around, excuse me, around old, kind of recycled. But it feels good. It feels like there's potential there. Right. So that's what I get with that. Just see what the live comments are, see how you guys are doing. So, Mr. Morgan, thank you for being here. All right. Yes, it's long distance. He's from a year ago. Okay. Yeah, I like it. I think he's a little rough around the edges, but I almost feel like it works. That part of it works. Just like a super, like, when I say simple, I don't mean that in a bad way. I just think he's I'm getting a nice, simple, easy energy with this person. So go for it. See how it goes. Hey, Myra. There's a guy I met online that's much older, and another guy I met in real life that's much younger. So we got J and A. Are either interested in me romantically? If yes, what's the potential? Okay, so A doesn't feel serious. This almost feels like this is just a person that, and I think both are genuine in like their interactions with you. I don't think it's for like an ulterior motive, but A seems a little bit, the younger guy seems a little bit more of just somebody that's friendly and just collects people, not in a nefarious way. I think he just likes new people, and probably is one of those people that everybody thinks is flirting with them, just because that's just how he is, personality. So I don't think there's as much romantic. I do think the older person is interested romantically. I do think that they've got some energies that they're also focused on. And I don't necessarily mean like they're interested in another person, but I do think they give their energy to other people. So they've got they're distracted is what I'm getting. But I think there's potential with that person as far as them liking you. Thank you for the question. All right, NC, let's see. All right. So I do think there's improvement, but here's what I'm getting. I think there's like a 3-month journey towards figuring out a little bit more about what's going on. And then what I get is there actually will be a need for either, I'm going to give a few options because I don't know what it is, but it feels to me like it's either treatment or a procedure or medication, but it's like some like thing that kind of, and then there's a little bit of ongoing management with it. But I do see a path here. I just think there's like a 3-month journey to either figuring it out or getting to where she can kind of get this treatment, medication, procedure. Sorry, my chair's squeaking. So the short answer is yes, but probably need to talk to more folks. Let me start that just in case. Got it. Sorry, yeah, I got a little confused there. But I love you guys are all chatting. I love it. Sharon Sipe, thank you for being here. Thank you for all you do. Let's see, any beginner classes in May is no, I'm not having any in May, I don't think, unless I can't fill, because I need to fill the one that I have coming up in March, 411 Flowers. So if it doesn't fill up, I'll probably have to postpone it till May if that's what you're looking for. I'm not sure, but I'm hoping that we get a few more people in there. We can just move forward in March. If we do, I might have one in May. Let's do this. Hey, Sarah. Thank you for all you're welcome. I would like a general reading. Okay, so I'm just going to see what comes up. All right, Sarah. So the first thing that comes up is investing. So you're in a really good energy right now, and I think for most of this year, I think it kind of tails off to when we get towards the end of the year. But I think you're in a good spot where, and when I say investing, it's not always money resources. Sometimes it's time. Sometimes it's just energy. But I feel like if there's something you want to do, putting time, energy, money, whatever you got into it is now's the time to do that, because whatever comes back, I feel like is multiple fold. So whether that's, like I say, enjoyment, money coming back, whatever the case is, it's just a good investment kind of energy. Also, I feel like there's a lot of family situations coming up, and I don't mean bad. I almost feel like events, perhaps trips, perhaps there's a coordination kind of energy I'm getting. So I do think you'll be coordinating or kind of arranging visits or trips or something that involves family members or people that are very, very close to you. Family could be friends, but I'm getting more of a family vibe. So I think you'll be busy with that. I think you'll be a part of it. So that's kind of what comes up. Okay, can you tell me if I will, thank you for being here, Julie. Can you tell me if I will reconcile with my son, Sean, and get to know my granddaughters? So I mean, I think there's some issues here with Sean's energy as it relates to you. So between you and him, but also I feel like there's a female. Is he with a partner? Because I almost feel like that partner, a female partner is what I'm picking up on, is also as much the issue, if not more. Because I'm being shown some other situations I know of, and that's kind of what's happening or what happened in those situations. I think it's difficult. I think it's You might be several years. And then I almost feel like when there is a reconciliation, it's just it's like pulling teeth to be able to have a relationship with him and the granddaughters. So keep working on him. Be tactful, of course, but I think it's a long road. Once again, we're with these long timelines tonight. But I think there is an opportunity. But even when you kind of break through a little bit, it's going to be a continued kind of swimming upstream is what it's going to feel like. So just be careful with that energy. His wife, yeah. So his wife, I think, is the bigger issue, whether you know that or not. Sounds like you might know it, but tough. I gotta say, guys, when I'm about to come on, well, for one thing, I get off work at like 5:30, so I got a half an hour before I come on, and usually at the end of my day, I'm like getting a headache and I'm tired, and I'm like, I always want to do the live, but it's like, maybe I'll do it quick, and then I get on, and my headache goes away, and I have energy. So I just want to say thank you guys for that. Let's see what we got. New here. Where do you pick up on anything? Feeling a lot, but can't put into words. Yeah, I feel that's a tough energy, Hannah, but I feel like there is a shakeup coming with you in a lot of different areas. So, and I never tell people what to do, like bust out of your box and quit the job, but I just feel like the universe is going to show you a lot of different paths, and I think they involve being really, really uncomfortable. Okay. And I think that's my opinion of that energy is that's going to be the best way to go. So if there's something being shown to you and it's uncomfortable, I think I'm not telling you to head for it. Trust your intuition always, but I make the prediction if you head towards those paths and get uncomfortable, and not everybody's in that energy, but I do feel like that's where it's going to be for you. It's going to be kind of a rough at first, but once you get into it, that's probably the best way to go. So I sense a new cycle for you. I think there's moves. I think there's if you're not already working, I think there's jobs. And if you are working, I think there's jobs changes because I'm getting a change in how you spend your time. I also think there's people that will be removed from your life, and I don't mean through death. I mean through you just kind of moving on from those relationships. And I think there's also they'll be replaced with new people. So get uncomfortable. That's what I get for you, Hannah. Shakeups can be positive. Trust me. I've gone through a few, and most of them are positive. And if they're not like positive, like at first, I look back like 20 years later and I'm like, okay, I see that path. They always lead you to something, right? Oh, thank you for saying that. Hey, Cynthia. Let's see. I want to see if you see me getting into the nursing program this year or anytime soon. I see it. Is there one opening in October? Because I feel like I'm being drawn to like end of September, early October for that. I almost feel like I've told you that before because this is feeling just familiar. And what I'm getting is there might be one coming sooner, but that one, I mean, if you can get into it and it works, fine. But for some reason, I think that one's going to be like not perfect. And then, so my prediction is September and October. End of September, early October. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. If you want it. All right, let's bring on that sparkling dragon. Are you ready?
I think so.
Yeah, you think? Well, you better be. Here you
I
are.
was typing. I was typing a message.
All
Um,
good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you.
Great.
It's good to
You're
see you.
welcome. Likewise. How can I help you? Have I read for you before?
Yes, you have. It was probably a couple months ago.
Okay, cool. How'd that go?
Wonderful. Excellent. Yes. I actually had asked about a name about my spirit guides, and I
Okay.
had this kind of majestic coming through, and
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So
How'd that work out? Did you find a name?
uh closing in, I feel like what you gave me helped me pinpoint more what that energy is from them. So, but I was just wondering if there's any messages that might be coming through for me.
Yeah. All right. First, I have to acknowledge this feels like I guess I don't think this is your biological sister, but I feel like you have a sister from another mister kind of energy around you. Because I'm getting like a contemporary female. Okay.
Okay.
Just a really beautiful kind of it's like a focus on career, 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 career. Is your career right now, are you just kind of like ascending in what you're doing?
Well, I'm trying to figure out where I want to go with
I
it.
feel yeah, so there's a building here, and I feel like it's your own thing because they're showing me it's like in your hands. So
Yeah, that's what I
just
keep getting.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
just know that you've got the. Do you have someone in spirit that you would have considered like and this is a female energy. It's a very feminine energy, like a sister type of vibe or a really good friend that would have passed when you were when they were younger.
Not that I can recall. Like, well, an aunt that I looked up to a lot, and she uh, she passed when I was younger.
Would you understand? I'm getting also like a caretaker vibe. So this is a person that would either be like a nurse or a natural caretaker of people.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I've had a lot
Just
of people pass.
yeah, yeah. Well, and that's the thing also. Just know that and a lot of it is female energy. So you just have this strong, very like friendly energy around you. Um, and they're cheering you on specifically. It's like a big focus towards career right now and kind of taking things in your own hands. And I feel like building your own thing is what they're telling me. And
Okay.
I see a lot of rungs on the ladder. So what that tells me is there's opportunity. The ceiling is high. Um,
Okay.
with that, I'm going to tell you, it's not all rainbows and puppy dogs. The floor can
Never is.
be, there's risk that needs to be taken.
Okay.
So you know what comes along. I mean, so there's a risk
Yeah.
reward thing here. So just of course, always be careful. Um, but yeah, I think they're kind of pushing you towards it. So just as you feel that wind behind your back, I say maybe that's a good sign to kind of roll with it, but always do what's comfortable. Um, I also feel like there's you're not in a relationship, right? I hope not.
No.
Okay.
No.
I feel like new relationship energy is right around the corner as well, if it's not already kind of in the works.
Okay.
Okay. So if you haven't met somebody that's kind of interesting, I think you're going to meet somebody pretty soon. This is a
Okay.
male. Do you like men? You prefer men, right?
I
Both?
yeah, I like, well, I'm more personality than
Okay.
a female, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is a male. But yeah, so regardless, there's also new kind of romantic energy coming your way. So my prediction is
Okay.
within the next probably 3 to 6 months, you're
Oh
either
shit.
dating someone or at least, and you get to
Okay.
decide what that looks like. But
Yeah, I've been single for well over a year now, probably closer to a year and a half.
all right, I think my prediction is that will change
Okay.
within 6 months.
Okay.
Check back and let
Cool.
us know. Keep us up to date. We're all
Most
curious.
definitely. Most definitely. No problem. Well, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, check back and let us know about the career you're building, the job, and the. I feel like it's a business. Are you thinking about doing your own business?
Yeah, I've been kind of had my feet in the water for the last few years with my own like landscape gardening and
Mhm.
landscaping business and self-employed. But my truck has I sent it in to get a frame replaced, and that guy has had it for a year and a half, and now he's not reaching back out to me about my truck that I paid for to get fixed, and that's been the holdup on me picking up more work because I've gotten calls for work, I've gotten offers for jobs for work in that, but I need my truck.
Yeah, no, yeah, I get it. I don't have any energy about the truck. I think that's already taken care of itself. I will say this: are you only doing like the cutting and like the hard work part of it, or do you also do like the design?
Oh, like landscape and design kind of
Yeah.
deal? So I went to school for that, like through horticulture and natural resources in high school and did some other stuff as well afterwards. And I always loved it. And I have done designs for other people for their gardens and their yards and things like that. But it's just never been like something that I put out there that I do.
Okay.
But as it comes up, I
There's
do it.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of energy towards also, I think doing the other thing, that involves the truck and the kind of the manual labor part of it and managing people, that's there too. But don't give up on the design portion of it. I think that's also kind of an
Mhm.
ancillary thing that because I'm getting more of a consulting vibe where you kind of consult and then you also provide the heavy lifting part of it. But
Yeah. Yep.
so don't give up on that part of it as well. I think it's an important component of how you're going to build.
Okay. I just had some offers more recently for some work and some trade work, actually. Thinking about moving. Could you actually, is there anything about me moving in there? Like, I know I will be moving. It's just I have two properties in my mind that I've seen, and one I would like to potentially maybe buy, and the other one is a woman offering trade of work in business and giving me a piece of her property.
I don't love that one. I don't love that one. I mean, you decide whether that's right for you, but that one is telling me, be very, very. And I want to say be
Yeah,
careful.
I would be
It's not like.
legally, I would write it contractually and like make sure there's a written agreement because she is older and if she passes away, I wouldn't want to be tossed out by any potential relatives. I wouldn't want to lose the space that I worked and made my own.
I don't know that it's that you have to be, and I don't think it's like be worried. I actually just think that it'll be harder for it to come to fruition just because of maybe family members being involved. And I think it doesn't. It's going to be
Okay.
even hard just to get it
That
there. Is what I'm saying.
makes sense.
So you might be just spin your wheels and you don't even get anything into contract on that. Is kind of
Okay.
what I'm thinking. So just protect your time energy with that one. Um,
Okay.
are you in the south of the United States?
I used to be. I'm in the north now. I'm
You
in
want to go
Vermont.
back to the south? Is there any? I feel like
I
you're
miss the
eventually going to
heat.
end up in the south again.
Yeah, I miss the heat. I mean, I've talked about going back down south for my grandmother, and some other family. But I do miss the heat and I do miss the beaches a
Yeah,
lot.
I think you'll be back in the south probably within 5 years
Okay. All
because
right.
it's just, I feel the pull. I feel the pull. I feel the pull from family. I think actually business could do pretty well down there is for some reason what I'm getting. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't get any. I guess my prediction would be I don't think the move is happening anytime soon, or the property. I think that you're actually going to be shown to wait on that, but we'll see how it goes. See how
Okay.
it goes.
Okay.
Keep your
Sounds
options
good.
open. Sky's the limit.
Absolutely. Sky's the limit. Absolutely. Thank you. I
All
appreciate
right,
it.
dear. Thanks for stopping by.
Yes, sir. Have a beautiful night.
Bye bye.
Bye.
All right, I'm gonna bring some other folks on. I'll jump into the comments real quick to answer some more questions. We're going on an hour. Oh, I forgot to mention to everybody, I will not be doing Thursday Night Live next week because me and my husband are going to be traveling to Texas. And yeah, I think our flight leaves right around this time. So won't be here, but I'll be on the following week, whatever day that is. I don't even know. I mean, it's a Thursday, obviously, but I don't know what date it is. Let's see. What'll be happening this year with my job and career? It feels a little stagnant, Tracy. I think you're gonna would you understand? Bear with me. Tracy, if you're still here, would you understand? I feel like, because I do feel like you have a job. I feel like you're in a situation, but I don't know that you feel real comfortable with it. I see a lot of like kind of status quo, but I don't think it's till next year that you kind of get the real inspiration and I guess motivation to do something different. I don't sense there's like you creating your own job or anything. I think you're just going to find another route of employment or even contract work. So yeah, this year, okay, yeah, this year feels a little status quo. I said stagnant. That's not a great word, but I think you kind of trudge through it, even though it doesn't seem the energy doesn't seem super comfortable or like you feel like you really belong. It's not like the puzzle piece is fitting perfectly in there. So, but I think it checks a decent amount of the boxes. So next year is where and plus I think we get into a different kind of economy. For some reason, I feel like whatever you're doing kind of is really tied to some economic things more sensitively than maybe other positions or other jobs. Next year's your year to switch it up. That's what I'm getting. But you have free will, so you get to do what you want. But that's kind of what I'm getting. All right. Let's bring on Jet. Jet, I'm going to bring you on. I forgot I had people waiting.
Oh, hi. Hello.
Hey, how have you been?
Meh.
Man,
It's been rough. How are you? I miss you. Like I think about you like all the time,
Aw.
not in a weird way.
it's very nice. I think there's some feedback.
Oh, what should I do about that?
Turn everything off.
Everything is off. Do I need headphones?
Maybe. Yeah, because if I can hear myself, I'm going to be a wreck.
It's gonna make you go crazy. I know.
It's going to, yeah.
You want to touch someone else real quick?
Yeah, I'll bring you back on.
Thank you.
All right, I'll bring on Ashley if Ashley's ready. Ashley, are you there?
Oh,
Do we just get to see half of you?
there you go. Just half. My other half's right here.
Oh, nice. There's two of you. Are you
Yeah,
the one that spoke? Did I speak to you on the phone today?
Yes.
How cool.
Phone people.
The phone people. You guys were fun. All right, well, thanks for stopping by.
Yes.
How
So
can I
I
help?
was wondering if you get anything from like people in my past life who passed away, like Megan Moulter or Sanford Ziff. I mean, there's a lot of them, but those are the two main.
Yeah, let me just see who's around.
Or anybody. I have a lot.
Yeah, okay. I'm being shown. Okay, so we got Ashley. Who's your sister, right?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Hannah.
All right, Ashley and Hannah. Bear with me just a moment.
It's a lot of energy.
I know. I'm like, I tried to walk away.
Oh, good.
It's okay if
Sorry.
you have to jump into her first.
It's all good. Here's what I'm getting. I'm being brought to somebody that's talking about, and they're showing me something that I heard from a friend, where I'm going to explain it.
Okay.
Where their dad was ill, and it's almost like he had cancer, and it's almost like they planned when he would depart because he was going through something and it was not great, right? So it went on and he finally had a good day, and then with the grandkids and everybody, and then he decided that good day was his last day.
Right.
Okay, so it was almost like, and I'm not saying that's the exact situation, but he's giving me, there's a male energy here that's giving me that, like it was almost, there was a certain level of like planning or knowing when it was going to happen and when they were leaving us. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. He wants everybody to realize what this, it was like almost like a beautiful moment for him. That he got to kind of be in a little bit of control of his departure. So that's the first thing he wants everybody to know. Say that?
Back in control, basically.
Well, yeah. So it was like yeah, he's just giving me that sense of knowing when he was leaving and having like being able to have a moment and having it the way he wanted to have it. Do you understand? Does that make sense?
Yes. I mean, he had a
And don't tell me too much, but
Oh, well, then just keep going.
yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
So let me just like I'll finish with that and then let you know what else I get. But it's just the sense of he did have a little bit of control and knew when he was leaving, and we did have everybody there, and it was a moment is what he's giving me. So he wants to thank everybody for participating in that moment, and he was at peace is what he's telling me.
And is he happy about everybody? I'm trying not to give you too much.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
what was he trying to tell me? Like he was trying to tell me something, and we just.
well, first of all, he wants you to know, and I think every spirit I've ever connected with tells me a very similar thing, is like whatever was that, he says it doesn't matter anymore. And he's actually saying that you've worked it out anyway. And he actually thinks that it worked out for the best, how you handled it, because he's also saying you took control of the situation, and that's what he taught you to do. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. He says it doesn't matter how messy it was or what he thought about it when he was here. He's just saying like, you got it, you did it. He's taking a little credit for teaching you certain things. And
Oh, that's him.
Yeah, good. We got something coming up in June that he wants to celebrate as well. And I think it's like kind of a big thing is what he's getting, because I'm seeing a lot of celebration. There's more than just one thing, I think. We got a couple. Okay. He'll be there for that. Do you know if he'd like to be on the water, like with a boat or something?
Oh, God.
He's on the boat. He says, I'm on the boat.
Yes.
I'm on the water.
I knew it. Thank you.
He's got to talk about the woman he's fond of. Fond. It's like this beautiful, fond kind of just really lifting her up. He's talking about how beautiful she is, and he shows roses around her. Roses, roses, roses. I don't know what the roses. Hold on. Would his wife still be around in the physical?
Well, which one? that's okay. Yes, there's one still around.
It feels recent to me. It feels like somebody that so there's one. I feel like they are in the physical is what he's showing me.
Okay. And he really loves her.
Yeah. The word I want to use is fond. I just think he sees her as beautiful and just appreciates her beauty. And there's something to be appreciated. And when I say her beauty, it's not just physical. I feel like just as a person.
Okay.
So I don't think this is a mean person.
Really?
Yeah. You see it differently? That's fine.
No way.
Yeah. And there's something about
it's okay, because he was very fond of her, but I mean,
he wants you to understand the beauty that he saw.
Yeah.
He's not trying to change your mind.
Right.
Because your experience, and he respects that. There's definitely a respect of what your experience is, but he's just letting you know how fond, and he loved that woman.
That's what made him
happy. And why is he showing me roses around her? What's her connection to roses or flowers? Or
I mean,
it's more than just like she likes roses. There's something.
I
Did
mean,
he used to give her a lot of roses? Was that like his
you know,
thing?
that he's just a very giving man. So it's like,
Okay.
um,
He gave her keys too. He gave her the keys to something. Did
yeah,
he give her a house and a car and all the stuff? Yeah, she's got everything.
yeah,
He wanted that to happen.
I know he did. And yeah, I mean, it's really hard for us, but you know, it's the last time we've seen her since he died. So,
and that was another thing where he was just in control of what he wanted. He was a man that knew what he wanted. Even like when he passed away, he was like, he chose, I feel like he's saying, I chose the day. And um, I mean, spirit never apologizes because they don't have the same kind of human stuff we deal with. So they don't, spirit doesn't have regret. But even I feel like when he was here, he wasn't really an apologetic person is kind of what he's getting. It's like, this is what we're doing. And this is who I am.
yeah.
There's a certain beauty to that, I guess, if you know, or allow yourself to see it.
Amazing human being.
Okay, this is a little personal. Does somebody either going through like it's like a family planning journey or went through a family planning journey? I feel like it's like IVF or we're having like challenges. Do you know anybody that's close to you or him that would be either went through that journey that was kind of intense or is embarking?
IVF.
Hannah?
That's why I'm looking.
Sorry.
I'm like,
I think you're picking up on her.
I don't know. Like, maybe would it have something to do with like maybe the loss of something?
Yeah, I do think it has to do with a loss. So this would be like a miscarriage, termination, or a loss.
Yeah, that makes more sense. I think I don't know because
Could be both of
it
us.
could be both of us, but
Okay. But I
yeah.
also feel with that, I feel like there's more energy when he's talking about like as we move forward and just like there might still be something to it. I don't know, but he's just I almost feel like there's more forward energy to this. So he just wants to say he understands the struggle of and the desire because I don't think your journey's over. I think you're going to have children is what he's giving me.
Me?
Is there still a desire to have children?
So we're not blood. Like
Yeah, we're literally half sisters. We have
That's
same
fine.
dad, different mom, but we're very close. We're closer than like my actual sisters, and we have been through like a lot of the same stuff, kind of,
but
but
we're
different.
also like very opposites too.
I don't know who that would apply to because it could apply to both of us.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know, it's
Well,
different.
then even better. But here, I'm just going to give you like real, like the raw kind of information he's giving me. It's about kind of either, it could be both, where we've had some difficulty with our family planning, moving forward and having children. And then there might be some struggles or more things to understand. And he's just with you in those moments. But I feel like he is like showing me there is a future to this. So I think you're going to reach your goals, which
I'm really gonna have 3 kids.
3? I don't know about 3. Did I say 3?
I have 2 now. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah. I think if it's what you want to do, he's just showing me a path. He's just showing me that there's,
it's limbo.
and I don't know that it's for both of you that it's a traditional path. I think you might need to get creative,
Okay.
which is fine, right?
Okay with that.
Anyway, he's with you in the journey.
Okay. Well, tell him that I love him and I really miss him. And
He hears you.
well, I miss our stories. Come show me yourself sometime. And he does actually in my dreams a lot.
Did he left something behind, but I feel like it's something that a lot of people see. Was he somebody that either had something like on, I feel like almost like I left behind a book or a TV, or I was on, was he like well known to a degree? Like he left something behind that's like a bit of a legacy.
So my grandfather is the founder of Sunglass Hut.
Okay, cool.
And he's big into philanthropy, and his name is on, I would say, 80% of the buildings in South.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's what he's saying. It's like I see him. Like he's saying, you can see me still.
Anywhere he would put it there.
Oh, cool. I like it. I mean, I like the energy. This is a straightforward dude.
Oh, yes, right. And there's his heart on his sleeve, and no BS.
Yeah. And I think he taught you a lot. He's still telling me he taught you a lot.
Yeah, he's still teaching me.
I love it. Well, he's with you. He hears you, so you don't need to come to me if you want to talk to him. He hears you.
Well, the only thing I wanted was the fishing hat. And it's so funny that you said that. Like, we didn't care about the money or anything. All I wanted was the fishing hat, and I'm only pissed off about that. Like this sweaty, disgusting fishing hat that he had. And like, I don't care about the millions of dollars. Like the wife that took it all, and that's fine. I'm like, but could you at least give me this thing? Like, come on.
Here's the thing. As much as he had stuff, I don't know that stuff is what drove him.
No, not at all.
Because he doesn't give me the same energy about the stuff as you're giving me.
Right.
And I get it. I mean, we want, at least one thing, right? But yeah, I don't think he was on that level. He didn't get it in the way that you're probably thinking.
Of course. Yeah. It's okay. It's what I need to hear.
Yeah. Well, thank you for letting me connect.
Absolutely.
Thanks for stepping on.
And do you feel anything with this?
Do you have time to do me?
Yeah, real quick. Do you feel like okay, we're gonna go kind of into like path, like career and that type of thing. Because I feel like there's a situation. You went to college, right?
I did, but I got in a motorcycle accident. I lost my full ride, but I did go, and I still continued my education a little after.
Here's what I'm coming up with is like, and you kind of gave some context to it. That's fine. I feel like you feel like whatever you've done as far as education was wasted or isn't serving you. I do think there's going to be I don't want to say a bit of a pivot. I think there's going to be a good pivot. So you might, whatever you've done to this point, I think you're actually going to leave it. I think you're going to leave it and move on to something else. It's more towards education. Are you have any interest in doing some sort of like being some sort of educator?
I want to like speak about my mental health journey.
Okay, yeah, that's right in there. That's in the pocket. That's the energy I'm picking up on.
It all ties together with like one main thing that I literally can't finish, but I know exactly how I want to do it. I just am a procrastinator, but I've been kind of dabbling already, sharing my story at like mental health events, and I think I could like see myself getting more involved and like having something really personal to share with the world in some way.
Yeah, there's a coaching, educating kind of vibe to this, motivating, that type of thing. There's still some work to be done with cutting ties with the past, with whatever you were focused on before. I think you still like I'm getting vibes of like being at the blackjack table and you've paid a lot into it and you're ready for a payout and it's just never coming. And so you eventually have to leave and go to another table or just leave the casino altogether.
Yeah.
You got to move away from that blackjack table. And so that you can kind of really give your energy to this next thing. Because I do think it's a big pivot. I know that's easier said than done. So there's some work to do there, but you got to cut those ties and then you can kind of fly with the other thing.
Okay.
And I know that because I'm also getting finances are a part of this as well. So I get it.
Oh, yeah. Big part of this, pretty much the entire part of this.
Yeah. Trust is what I want to tell you. I know that we still have to do the work because the lights don't stay on through trust. The food doesn't come on the table through trust, but I do think that if you just kind of take your hands off the wheel a little bit, the universe will make a way because it's pushing you towards this other thing that's more of the educating, motivating, and so forth.
Do you get anything from like love life or like any past thing?
I don't dislike the past energy, but I just think this is like another thing that it's very similar energy to what I just told you about the career thing. Kind of there's some things to be understood, tied up, and put on the shelf,
Mhm.
and then close the closet door, and then because I think you're not moving forward because of some past things. So I don't love that energy. I think there's better energy in your future. So if you're still looking in the rear view, think about that. Sit
Okay.
with it. I'm not the guy that's going to tell you what to do. You get to decide that. But I think there's some things to understand. And then I like the energy moving forward more than looking back.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah, and I don't. That's not always what I feel. Sometimes with people, I'm like, yeah, I like that thing in the rearview mirror. That there's some potential there. I don't sense that with you.
There's only one thing that's kind of still lurking around, and it feels like it's part of my positive journey moving forward, but sometimes I just don't know.
I think it's part of your story. I don't know that it's part of your future endeavors,
Yeah.
but I think it's okay for it to be part of your story.
Okay.
All right, you get to decide that, though, Hannah.
She's
You
like,
get to. I know some people are like, just tell me what to do.
that is not what I wanted to hear.
Well, thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much for everything.
Thank you. You're welcome.
You guys are amazing. We'll talk tomorrow.
For sure. Yeah, let me know.
Thanks so much.
Thank
Stopher.
you.
You
Bye.
too.
Bye.
Jet, are we back?
Is this better?
I think so. Yeah, I don't
Um,
hear myself.
Hi.
What's
it
going
going?
on? How can I help you tonight? What's your
Um,
question?
well, so like there's this like thing called the companion that has to do with like mental health and like people who are like fans of Stargate SG-1, and I really want to like become a part of it. And I'm curious to know if you see anything in my path about doing work with that, because I also want to do mental health work. I did an inpatient for a few days and it made me worse. Um, I'm not getting better about my mom
Yeah.
passing. I keep thinking about my cats as well. Like nothing's really changed, and I also have two court cases coming up that one because a guy hit me while I was parked, like hit the
Yeah.
car, and I need some like if you feel anything about that as well. And I'm really nervous for some reason. Hi.
That make you nervous, huh?
No, 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 not on the phone.
Hold on just a moment, everyone, and Jet. My dog's scratching to get in, so I'm gonna let him in.
Please do.
He says, Dad, you're taking too long. All right. So let's talk about this. The first thing you were talking about.
The companion.
The companion. Jet,
Yeah.
I'm being more drawn to. You're talking about like helping people with their mental health journey, right?
Yeah.
Here, I'm getting more toward. Have you ever done anything with what's the word I'm looking for? Helping people with like addiction?
I just try to do that like now if I come across someone who does it, because a lot of people in Arizona are addicted.
Yeah, I'm getting more opportunity or more of a connection for you. So maybe it's something to look into or at least sit with and see how you feel about it.
Okay.
But I kind of like I'm being drawn to an energy around you that has to do with helping people through, and which is also a mental health journey as well.
Yeah, for sure.
The addiction part of that. And I
It's
mean
just
that
because
can look
like
like yeah, go ahead.
yeah. Oh, like I want to work with my favorite actor from Stargate. She does like the mental health aspect of it. She comes on once in a while and helps a lot of people as well. And I don't know, I just really like that is it brings me joy to want to like be able to do that. It's the only thing right
Mhm.
now that I can foresee like making me happy. So I don't really think anything will come of it, but like I just wanted to feel that energy.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything strong around that specifically. That's why the energy was kind of taking me
Yeah.
to some other things. I do like you in the space of helping people, though, and I think that's important for you to kind of give and receive that energy.
Yeah.
I think it's a little stagnant right now. You're not giving enough. You're not able to give enough of your energy and then take on the appropriate amount of because
Yes.
it's important for us to have a give and take. So you're a little closed off. I think you'll get there. There's paths I'm seeing. You just have to kind of, do your part of it. But I do, once again, I like the idea of you giving your energy to people with like a mental health journey, but I'm getting more drawn towards like the addiction side of it. I don't know about the Stargate person. I don't get a lot of energy around it, but if it's something you want to do, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like it
Don't
seems
get
like they're.
discouraged.
I'm not discouraged. It's just like the girl I talked to about it. I think she's kind of obsessed with the actress, and like Charity told me, like she's very like protective of her, and I was like, oh my god, like okay, like I'm not even
Yeah.
gonna try to get through that one, but I just don't have like I don't know. All I do is like I'm still like I just want my mom, and I'm getting help in multiple different ways, and nothing is helping. It sucks, and
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with my life. I don't know where to go. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough. I can sense
So
that. Well, as always, we all love you.
yeah,
You have friends.
yeah,
We're all your
yeah,
friends. We're all here for you, and sending you love. But it's just
yeah.
it's a rough journey. It's a long journey. So just keep plugging away.
I'm gonna book a session with you. I think I need to like be able to feel like I can ask you like whatever I want, like in you know what I mean, like get that like separate like energy. I mean, I think I'm gonna do that like really really soon because
Okay, yeah. Well, you know where
I
to find
have
me.
yeah, and I just want you. I've talked to a couple of people and I still like you are an amazing person and
Yeah.
everyone here is amazing as well. So thank you for all the love. But like yeah, I don't know. People out there are so like I'll have to like tell you about it. Like some lady had mentioned, I think I texted you one day about some gentleman that she got to meet him and she was telling me that like I wasn't at my full potential and like I don't know who I am and then blah blah like all this stuff and I'm just like like okay like appeasing her because I still know who I am. I still know what I'm here for. It's like without my mom it's help the only thing is helping people. That's all I know is what I know I'm still here for, but I don't know like what to do with it or where to go. So I'll just book with you. So thanks for your time. I know you're like
Yeah.
it's been I just hopped on. I'm like, oh my God, it's Thursday. Stopher, what? Like, ah. So thank you for
Well,
taking
thank
a
you for being
moment.
here, Jeff. Yeah, let me
Yeah,
know
thank you.
whenever you're ready. You know where I'm at.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much. Keep on doing what you're doing, man. You are you're genuine, you're legit, and I got mad love for you, okay?
All right,
And
Jet.
everyone else. Thank you so much.
Have a good night. Bye.
You as well.
All right. Denise Bach, thank you for that. I don't know if there was a sticker or anyway for the donation. Super generous. Thank you so much. Okay, let's do some questions and then I'm going to hop off. And I don't think I'm going to bring anybody else back on the live, so I'm just going to finish up the start questions that I have here. Thank you all for sticking around. If you've not hit the like button, please do that. And if you have not subscribed to me, do that. CJ, did I already? I can't remember if I did CJ. Hi, Stopher. I'd love to know if my guides have any helpful advice or thoughts they would like to share in 2024. Yeah, it's just I think people are good. Here's what I'm getting. Sorry, I'm having trouble with this one. It's like I'm being brought to your relationships, all of them. Would you understand? Is there currently a romantic relationship or somebody that you're putting energy towards or hoping towards romantically? I just feel like continuing to invest in that relationship is going to be important. Like, don't give up on it. Don't. There's more there. There's so much more there. So like, dig into it, put the energy, put the effort towards it. I think it feels positive. Also, this same kind of energy goes towards close family members. I think there's more meat on the bone there is what I'm getting as far as building those connections or rebuilding those connections, that type of thing. So you're in this energy of being able to bring people closer to you and build and improve relationships. Not to say that they're bad. I just think there's so much more potential and beauty. All right, Mr. UR, go for the Nokia or the Qualcomm 5G certification, or should I use a different path for training? I believe Qualcomm also helps with recruitment. I guess I don't know, but I'll give you what I get with it. So when I see the dollar signs, it's whatever is either more cost effective, or actually scratch that. I feel like it's more the opposite, or more the other side of it, is what will get you the most ceiling as far as either the most valuable in terms specifically with making money. I mean, there's a lot of ways to understand value, but I'm being shown like the dollar sign. So go with the one you think is most. Of course, it's gotta work for you in other ways, but that's what I'm being drawn to tell you is the one that gets you the most, or that you think gets you the most financial reward in the end, in the long game. Hope that helps. All the rambling. Donna, I'm immediately brought to some kind of like outcome. I don't think it's like a court case, maybe, but or a legal situation, but I feel like there's something that you've kind of been like working on. It does feel like there's contracts attached to it. So I'm not saying it's legal, but I'm getting contracts, so it could be legal. And contracts are legal. Anyway, so there's something you've been working on or kind of focusing some energies on for a while. I do think you get resolution in the next 3 months. And I do think it's more on the positive side, or the hoped outcome, when we talk about the resolution. So that's what I got for you. Keep going with it. Armila, thanks for being here. I moved from New Jersey to California last year. Can you tell me when you're going to buy a house? There's some forces working against you. Hold on. For some reason, I feel like your children are kind of like, when I say working against you, I know that sounds horrible. It sounds bad, but I think they're like motivators towards you not getting your own place for some reason. I'm not sure if they want to keep you where you're at, or if they're telling you to kind of hold off. So that's kind of like a little bit of a hurdle or something to kind of understand a little bit better. I don't see it happening until next year. I don't think anything happens in 2024. I mean, if you decide that's what needs to happen, you can make it happen. But I think there's more energy against it happening. So I actually have it happening more like summer of next year. As far as buying a house, you might move. But as far as buying your own house in California, that opportunity is most likely like early summer of 2025. All right, I think I'll do this one, and then I'm going to hop off. Danielle, thank you. When will my settlement with the school district be completed? Will I be successful? It's like that's a tough one. I think there's like, because here's what I'm just going to give you what I'm being shown, and I'm getting like things putting on the table, taken off the table, things being put on the table. I just feel like there's a negotiation that isn't. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't seem like they're really putting forth as much effort as they should. The other side. So there's a long. We're back to the long timelines. So at the earliest, later this year, and when I say later, I'm like almost to the flip of the calendar. So I don't think it's anytime soon. It's after summertime. I do think there's potentials, but they're not. They don't feel successful. Okay, when we talk about a settlement, so later this year, early next year, at the earliest. Oh, thank you, Jet. All right, I'm just gonna see what you guys are talking about, and then I'm probably gonna go. Well, darn. Sorry. I'm the bad news medium. Yeah, that's what I get. All right, I was going to tell you guys to do something. Hey, Patricia. Oh, there you go. Definitely do the. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was a pleasure having you. And I had you in a couple courses, right, Patricia? If you guys want to, after for anybody that's watching the playback, if you've gotten this far, leave some comments. If you have any questions about spiritual stuff or how readings work or anything like that, go ahead and put those in the comments. If any of you that are watching live want to pop back in the comments after the playback is up and let me know what you thought, or leave some kind of comments. We got to do the whole algorithm thing. We got to play that game just so the content's put out there, because I'm trying to build a business here. At the end of the day, that's what's happening here. And I love you guys. Thank you for being here. And I will see you not next week, but the following week. Bye.